Alright, new Bastion Support along with the Luticia ride line, so let's begin. But first, one card for the last few days. And it's a double rare called Crystal Clear Sparkle Aura. Grade 1, 6 power and skills. Auto rearguard. When this unit boosts attack hits, cost retire this unit, search your deck for one order card, reveal it and put it to your hand, and force shuffle your deck. Attack hit for searching, I mean it's fine, I just don't like attack hit conditions. And then to the Tuesday stream itself. First off, before we get to the card reveals, here is a new Rebel form for Youthberg. Youthberg Rebel form Tempest. Based on the color from the last two, I would assume that Youthberg is going to be element-based theme with the four main elements of the world. So now we're just missing Earth. Next to a new card for Chronojet, the mysterious extra card is called a Crest Card, where it's basically a order card that you play before the game begins. The Crest Card itself is literally called Chronojet Dragon, and the skill is Count, you can stride, and you cannot ride any other grade 3s that is not Chronojet. And in the second skill, Count, the original power of your grade 3 Chronojets become 13k, and that includes the heart. Not really much from these two skills, but I can only see these two skills here just for premium reasons. After all, the original Chronojet is still 11k, but the new one has the same exact abilities. But anyway, the unique third skill, Count, during your turn, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard that is Chronojet, all your front row units get plus 5 key power for each face-up card in the G-Zone. Yeah, that's gonna make things stronger over time. I will worry about this a little bit. And then the fourth skill, Auto, at the beginning of your battle phase, choose one of your grade 3 or greater rear guards and change its grade to grade 0. This actually will be important for Gear Chronicle depending on what kind of deck it is, because Gear Chronicle is always about grade manipulation, especially stuff like Timely. So in a way, this can be significant, especially on a grade 3 rear guard change back to a grade 0 to go to grade 1 if it's a Timely based deck. Overall, it is a pretty cool card, just feels like this card is literally made just for the Gear Chronicle deck, so only that deck can play its unique mechanic. And then here's the image of the ride line for Chronojet Dragon, starting with Chrono Dran to Mazer Gear to Smoke Gear. Pretty much classic Gear Chronicle units for a ride line. And now to the new Bastion cards. First off, to the anime reveals, our first card will be Graceful Heavenly Flash Hermona. Grade 3, 30 power and skills. Auto back row center rearguard. When your Vanguard is Bastion being attacked, cost soul plus 1, move to this Guardian and shield plus 15k into the end of that battle. Another defensive card for Bastion that is also a grade 3. It could be very helpful for Bastion indeed. Next, Unrivaled Heavenly Blade Discordia. Grade 3, 13 power and skill is Auto rearguard. When this card attacks while you have 6 or more grade 3 or greater units, costs counter blast 1, and to end that battle, this card will attack hit regardless of power if the total sum of grades of your opponent's guardians is not 3 or greater. So basically, your opponent must use a total grade of 3 to guard from their hand, but this does not apply to PGs, as PGs could just still nullify the attack. Overall, it is still pretty strong because it does force your opponent to use specific cards to guard if they do not have a specific card, especially when you could use this at low power. It is still just another tech card for Bastion, it's nothing too important, but run it in your leisure. Next, Heavenly Wings of Purity Hanoteria. Grade 3, Dark Power and Skills. Auto, when placed on rearguard, if your Vanguard's Bastion, cost counterblast 1, choose up to one grade 3 card from your hand and call it to rearguard. If you call a card and you have 5 or more units, draw a card. And in second skill, count rearguard during turn. If you have 6 or more units, this card gets boost. I have seen Bastion players not able to get this as 6 units before, so playing Olden might still be better because of the draw power, and the deck, from based on my experience, doesn't really use too much counterblast other than from Olden mainly. In a way, you can say this is a conditional, less costly Olden with a Dark Strain-like effect. Another card that you could technically run in your own leisure. And now to the Lutesia ride line. Here's the starter, physical training from scratch Lutesia. Moving on. The next one, of course, is the grade 1 with 8 key power, staying in the evening of days off Lutesia, which has the skill of Auto, when rolled upon by grade 2 Lutesia, cost, put a card from your hand to the bottom deck, search your deck for one curse play card, and reveal it and put it to your hand, and of course shuffle your deck. Why does this one have a little condition when many grade 1s of the ride lines lets you search directly from your deck? Without the condition, I might add. Yes, I get the main cards are going to be grade 1 set orders, which is probably why, but seriously, So before we continue off with the ride line, here are the cursed play cards, the first one being Cursed Sugared Sparkle. It's a grade 1 order and you play it if your Vanguard is Lutesia. You put it into Soul and Soul Charge 1 and then choose up to 1 card from your Soul with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard and call it to Rearguard and it gets plus 5k power until end turn. I say it's not bad, especially you get 1 additional Soul which will help out and gain that 1 extra unit. And then to the other one, Amethyst Slap Twinkle, which is a grade 1 Blitz order. You play it if your Vanguard is Lutesia, and you put it to Soul, choose one of your units, and it gets plus 15k power to end that battle. If you have 4 or more Cursed Place cards in your Soul, draw a card. Searchable 15k shield, which is not bad, and since you have 2 different orders, it is possible to put them in Soul to get 4. Next, heavy leaning on expectations, Lutesia, grade 2, taking power and skills. Count Vanguard, if your Soul has a Cursed Place card, which is kind of guaranteed, when you would ride a grade 3 Lutesia from your ride deck, you can ride it by Soul Blasting 1 Lutesia card instead. The grade 1 is just going to let you search for the Cursed Play card, so this is actually good guarantee to happen. As long as you play the Cursed Play card anyway. Finally, Grimoire Untitled Lutesia, grade 3, taking power and skills. Auto, Vanguard, when you play normal order, this card gets us 5k power in a turn. Good thing this part works with any order, so at least you have variety if you want to play more different orders. But anyway, second skill, Auto Vanguard. Once per turn, when this card attacks a Vanguard, cost Counterblast 1 and perform all the following according to the number of Cursed Place cards in your Soul. If you have 2 or more, you draw a card, and this card gets us 5k power in a turn. 4 or more at the end of that battle, cost this card a card from your hand, stand this unit, and this card gets drive -1 to end turn. Obviously, your aim is to get the 4, so it could be at full power. And a double attack Vanguard that's 18k beater? Not bad. And you only discard a card to lose 1 drive check for the second attack. So you don't even really minus on that, and you basically just get 1 more additional attack that is a trade-off for a drive check. So overall, it's not a bad card, especially that you've got 2 Cursed Play cards. One of them may be a Blitz order, but it is possible to get those 4 in Soul, usually around your 4th turn. And now to the support card, Overflow Happiness Nasturia, grade 2, taking power and skills. Auto, when placed on rearguard, if your Vanguard is Lutesia, look at top 3 cards of deck, choose 1 card from among them and put it to Soul. Put the rest of the bottom deck in any order. Since you do want specific cards in Soul, this will help. And you do Soul Blast quite a bit. But anyway, second skill. Auto Rearguard, when this card attacks, if your Soul has 2 or more Cursed Place cards, this card gets us 5k power into the end of that battle. If your Soul has 4, 15k instead. Another of those Rearguard that is basically a beater. But what's nice is that it lets you choose Soul Charge from the top 3. Of course you're going to play it because this is basically the main support card for the deck so far. So that's it for these reveals. What do you guys think about the new Bastion and Lutesia ride line? Bastion is just a whatever, but it's nice to see more support. Lutesia, I actually like the concept, but I'm not really into the deck that much, especially the design in comparison to a Celestial, for example. I still only like Celestial for my Lyrical deck. And speaking of Lyrical, what's your favorite deck for Lyrical 3? I don't really have any deck that I'm into playing for that set, because either that it's kind of too boring to me or the design wise. But that's just me. But with that, that's it for this, and see you all next time.